All right. Well, we've been covering this quite a bit on the World of Boating.
And I'm glad we get to do that.
And this week is no obsession. Well,
Yes.
Because...
Why do we let you talk?
Well, because you weren't here last week.
Do you know words in English?
Well, we weren't here last week, so I'm trying to...
Trying to what? Catch me up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we've been we have covered a few more elements of his.
But don't we have to assume that every single time someone who's listening to the World of Boating is listening to the first time? Because what are the chances if they listen the first time that they're going to listen a second time? Can't we just assume that if they're listening today, they have never heard us before? Can't we make that is a logical assumption to make?
All right, let's catch everyone up. Rusty's going to Bimini. That's all you need to know. And last week he was talking about buying some fishing equipment for his trip. And whether or not the fishing permits were going to be covered when he goes to the Bahamas.
Because I knew he was getting fishing equipment. Last week you talked about getting the fishing equipment. And
he had purchased it, yes.
He had purchased it but not received it when I spoke to him
last. When I asked him, okay, now you have it.
Yes.
Can you use it in the Bahamas without being thrown in jail? And he goes, I think it's covered in part of our flotilla plans. And I was like,
is it? Now's the question. We spoke with Richard Trico from the Ministry of Tourism for the Bahamas. And now we have our answer. What is our answer?
Well, first let me say, I do love those people at the Ministry of the Bahamas, but they are on Bahamian time.
I am so glad you decided you were going to qualify your "those people" statement.
Exactly, in quotes. I heard the air quotes there. Those people.
Those people at the Ministry of Tourism. Now, those people at the Ministry of Tourism is not the same as those people.
That's true, but you know, and they're great
Send
to talk to.
Send your angry letters and emails to Rusty at worldofboating.com.
No, they're really good. They're just on a different time scale than a lot of us. I'm like impatient. You call them, they may call you back today, tomorrow, and that's their attitude of what I want to experience when I go there is this, just laid back. I'll get around to it when I get around to it.
Rusty, I can give you that experience in Orlando. Come on down. If you have any questions, call me. I might get back to you.
Well, I did talk to Richard today, and I had a couple of questions for him. But the major one was this thing about fishing, because I was kind of under the impression that I pay $75 to go for them to take me across, and that would cover my fishing and everything else. And that's not true.
Hold on one second. I just heard a dollar figure for the first time ever. And I'm hearing you say, I spent $300 per person on fishing equipment. And they expect me to pay $75 to be taken across to the Bahamas with an experienced team. So if anything goes wrong, there's somebody within anchor throwing distance of my boat to help me out. And that $75 doesn't cover everything.
I'm okay with that. I just needed to know. I thought it did, but it doesn't. And I paid the $75 a long time ago. It's kind of a non-refundable.
And today it's worth $170. That's how long ago you paid it.
Well, you get a T-shirt. You do get a T-shirt.
You get two T-shirts.
There you go. See,
that's
I got to tell you what. Now you've actually given them $55.
So basically, what happens is once you get over there, you have to have a cruising and a fishing permit, and you purchase that when you get over there, and that's $150 and covers a boat my length, 23 feet or 24 feet, that size, and 3 people. So $150 extra when I get over there.
Hold on one second.
All right, is that for the
cruising
fishing
fee?
Yeah.
Cruising and fishing fee, yes.
Right, now,
hold on, because they're two separate fees, though, aren't they?
But he said the $150 covered both of them. I mean, that was the $150 would cover my cruising and fishing for 3 people on my size boat.
Right, now, hold on. You're telling me there's a fee for cruising?
No, there is.
In the Bahamas.
Yeah, there's an import fee. If you go over there to the Bahamas, you have to pay them.
Well, why wouldn't that already be included, for goodness sake?
Well, no.
It's got to have been in some of the emails. Rusty, do you read the emails?
I got them all. They're all in Evernote. I have organized by date.
Here's the thing. Those
but
fees,
not by content, because you haven't read them.
Those fees, though, have changed over the last couple of years, and there's been a lot of confusion on what the Bahamas was doing. because it's kind of like an import user fee for boats. And at one time, it was as high as like $300, but it was good for like 6 months or a year. So you'd pay it one time, and then you'd go over back and forth as many times. Now, it's changed a little bit, and that's why when you say $150, I don't know if that was for your size of boat and it's more, or, they've changed it because of the size of the boat, or did he say if it's good for more than one trip, or is it just for one trip?
No, I think that's for one trip.
Yeah.
And if, a bigger boat, of course, would cost more. If I had more than 3 people on the boat, then it would be more.
Do you have to pay the stupidest tax in the history of humankind?
The stupidest tax?
Seriously. I have always felt that this was the one tax that I can't believe they get away with charging. When you go to the Bahamas, when you go to leave, they charge you to leave. It's like $20.
Yeah. Well, so does almost every other country.
Well, this is
the world.
The thing.
What?
Why would you leave? Rusty's cheap for $20. He's moving to the Bahamas.
That's right.
Well, that's
Bimini
why
boat rentals. I've already thought about it. I think I can do this.
Which explains why they're charging.
BiminiByWater.com.
But the departure tax bill explains
That's what it's called.
Why they're charging for people to come in now, because we're not leaving. Figure get them on the front side instead of just thinking about the back side.
I understand.
I don't think that's technically correct. However, it sounds like a pretty damn good excuse.
But that's a new theme for the show. We're going to get them on the front side so we don't have to always get them on the back side. That is our new motto for the show.
Yeah. But it used to be way higher. So if you say 150, like I said, I think it was when they first announced this a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago, it was like $300 a boat. And the same thing with airplanes. They were doing a similar type of thing with people coming in and flying their planes in for the day or whatever. So it's created a bit of a ruckus, but, the Bahamas, like everywhere else.
The Bahamas is not in the United States, so they don't get to share in the wealth, which is the federal government's bounty. So they've got to come up with a way to get money out of Americans.
Sell them stuff.
Well, that's a short game.
Okay.
Charging $300 a boat to show up, that's a long game.
Well, and it didn't go very well, especially when they first did it. Okay. So, like I said, I know they've adjusted a little bit. But see, Rusty's going to go over there, and he's going to get the ins and outs.
He's going to give us some talking to.
Yeah.
That's what he's going to do.
Find out what the story is.
He's going to sweet talk them.
Mm-hmm. They're going to give me money.
They are going to end up paying Rusty and probably giving him the Bahamian version of the Flagler Award. I can see it happening.
I think it's called the Freeport Award.
It could have happened.
Maybe.
We don't know. We'll find out later.